Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? Happy Thursday. I'm filming this on a Thursday, and today I am giving y'all another story time. Hopefully y'all can hear my vibes. I be trying to give, a vibe and a kick it when I be chilling, right? So, this is also going to be like my first mukbang because I actually haven't eaten all day. So, I actually have some spaghetti and some fish. Don't judge my life. So, yeah. Anyway, so I am giving you guys a story time of how I got played. And this is actually quite recent. Like, it happened last year, September-ish, like July to September. Yeah, and I'm telling you a story of how I got played by a guy I met on a dating app. I know, right? Ghetto. So, if y'all into that type of stuff, stay tuned. Get your snacks, food, your drink, whatever you do, how you do, and chill with the homie. So, already, like I said, I met the dude on a dating app. Dating app doesn't really matter, but yeah, I met him on a dating app. He's like super cute. Like, I ain't gonna cap, he's still super fine. Like, he's just a dick. Like, that's just what it is. Like, he's just an asshole. So, yeah, so I meet him, I see his profile, I'm like, oh, he's super cute, or whatever, like, he fly, I like the way he dressed, I kind of like his pictures, really, because what do you know about a person on a dating app except their pictures, right? I don't like skin on my fish, like, on my whitening and stuff like that. I don't like the skin. Anyway, so, I see his profile, I'm like, yeah, he cute, or whatever, I swipe, boom. Now, this is the thing. He never swipes back on me. The reason how I know I met him on this site is because, actually seeing him in person and him telling me how he saw me, right? Boom. So he never swipes back on me, whatever. Now, I don't really pay attention to the people that follow me on Instagram for real. Well, it depends on which page you follow. If you follow my business page, which is my, like where I do tarot readings and stuff, then for the most part, I don't follow a whole lot of people back on that page. Professionally speaking, I don't. So, I'm noticing that there's this guy that is following me, and I don't know who this person is. But, and like, the way he has his profile pictures, and all of his pictures is kind of like, y'all know them people that be having like vintage style pictures where they don't really like, they have like their faces covered and they like do little fly shit. So that's his profile. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Y'all, I should have knew from jump it was bullcrap when I got the DM from him. So I get a DM from him and headassery. The headassery of it all. So I get a DM. And he sends me a red light special type of nude pic. I'm like, oh? You know what I'm saying? I was like, but at the same time, I ain't gonna cap. I liked what I saw. Even though the way he took it was so creatively done that it was, I would say, tasteful. It wasn't really on the normal peen pic. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he had like this long paragraph of like, spiritually like type affirmations type thing, giving the whole like putting it on thick, you feel me, like putting it on thick, like should have known. First of all, should have known when I found out he was a Gemini, but I digress. So boom, now we're DMing. I was like, I could have did without the peen pic, but thank you for the affirmations, whatever, however, what's up. So we're talking, we're conversing in DMs or whatever, and then we're like exchanging numbers at this point. Now, I'm a type of person, if I'm DMing you or messaging you, however, and I give you my number and then I find out you got iPhone, oh, I'm about to FaceTime because catfishing is real. I'm going to tell y'all a story about how catfishing is real, but like not in a sense of like profiles. That's another thing, another story for another day. So boom. I videoed chat him in Instagram first because I'm like, I need to see what you look like. And then when I saw him by video, that's when I realized, oh, I matched on you, but not really matched on you because you obviously ain't matched back, right? So, we're talking, and I'm like, yo, he mad fine, whoop-de-woo, like, we flirting, whole nine. Now we're making plans to link. We done made plans to link, all this. Now, it took maybe 2 or 3 days for us to actually link from the time that we started DMing to actually, like, linking up. I think it was, like, a 3-day time span. So, we link, and, let's just say, the pictures do him no justice. And that's just all I'm gonna say. So, I mean, that was cool too or whatever. I ain't really care about it for real, but I was just like, oh, okay, like, we did this, whatever, that's cool. And I was like, all right, so I don't got no problem. Like, I tell him, I'm like, yo, I'm a poster child for fuck buddies. Like, if that's the understanding that I have, that that's what we're doing, like, let me know that, yo, I ain't really into a relationship right now, or I ain't really about that, but I'm feeling you, I'm trying to, you know, I'm gonna be like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? If I'm on the same type of time. So, we do that, and I'm like, alright, so, you know, this what I'm about. Like, because I can tell on him, he just look player. Like, y'all ever know them type of people that y'all will see, and by their demeanor, how they dress, Instagram, whatever, you can tell if they player or not. Dog, this dude was so player. I'm like, and this is why I say the head assery of it all is because, like, it was so many red flags. Them things was about as red as my cup. Okay, like, real talk. It was ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, we do that. We have a good time, whatever. Now, mind you, it's July, and I think this was maybe a Sunday that we linked. Next time I saw him was maybe Wednesday, like, of that next week. And I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Because, like, I tell him, I'm down for the whole, you know, if this what we gonna do, this what we gonna do. And he's like, nah, I don't want to just do that with you. Like, oh, you think I'm trying to hit it and quit it? I'm trying to hit it and quit looking. Smooth. I was like, all right, I see what you about. But I'm just letting you know, no pressure this way. Like, it ain't that if you ain't trying to have it be that. Right? So I'm starting to notice that when I made plans with him, because, like I said, when I first meet a person, I don't be all up on you. Especially, like, if we trying to talk or whatever, I don't be all up on you. Because, like, I don't know you, bruh. Like, we ain't about to do all that. Especially if we ain't established, like, we ain't no relationship. Because I don't know what females you got around here. I don't know who looking, who gonna tell who something about what. I don't got time for all that. I don't got time for all that at all whatsoever. So I just don't do that. Now, again, our first time linking, he all on me. Now, mind you, this man is like 6'5". Okay, I'm 4'11". Like, sir, you're towering over me. I don't understand. So I'm like, okay. So he all up on me. So this is where I'm thinking, like, okay, maybe you really about, like, on some relationship type stuff, right? I don't care either way. Either way, I get the snacks. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I still get to smash. So I don't really care. So at this point, he's like, yo, I don't really mind saying that we talking or whatever. And I'm like, okay. But if anybody's ever dealt with a Gemini or any type of air sign, the flimsiness, the flakiness of it all is ridiculous. It's just like, who raised you? Like, who raised you? Right? So I'm just like, that's bogus. That's bullshit. Like, whatever. I'm getting to it. So I would notice that when I'm not with him, it's like a real out of sight, out of mind. Like, real, I text him, he don't answer. I go to call him, he don't answer. But let me not say nothing for like 2 days. Hey, I was just checking up on you, see how you doing. Oh, so you alive. You breathing. Oh, okay, that's cute. And what made me even more upset about the whole situation was I don't have a problem with FWBs, okay? I really don't. I genuinely don't. I have a problem with when that's what you tell me we doing and I can't call for peen too. I got an issue. I got a problem. That's real abusive, okay? That's not fair. Why do you get to call me, but when I want something, I can't call you? Ghetto, right? But whatever. I digress. So I would notice that when I would try to be on that type of time with him, I still wouldn't get no answer. So I'm like, WTF, right? But when he would call, I'd be on it. Because like I said, I'm on it whenever you on it. It's just what's going on. Like, you alright? You good? You straight? Bet. So I was noticing that that's what was happening. So I'm like, alright, I ain't even gonna believe him on this whole I'm trying to be with you, trying to be in a whole relationship, like, screw all that. But like I said, sex was bomb, so I wasn't tripping. So it got to a point where within that time, mind y'all, I said this was like July to September. Like, come on now. So it got to a point where I'm like, I don't think, like, I would ask him too. I'm like, do you just want space? Because he had a whole lot of stuff going on with his, like, dad and all that and all that. And I was just like, I did not sign up for this. Like, that might sound mean, but I'm the type of person where, ooh, excuse me, that was ghetto. I'm the type of person that if I'm riding with you and I'm rocking for you, then I'm rocking for you until I see that the feeling ain't reciprocated. Like, if I'm putting in and you ain't putting in, all that other extra stuff go out the window. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't care what's going on. I don't care nothing about nothing. It's just, it is what it is. Sorry, I had to make sure my computer wasn't shutting off because it's charging my phone. I don't be caring about none of that. So, although I knew he had stuff going on with his dad, I didn't really, I mean, I cared. Like, okay, you know, you need some space. Like, you know, I don't want to try to put this relationship stuff on you and you got stuff going on with your peoples, right? So he's like, nah, I mean, I just want you here. Like, and then it got to a point where he would say stupid shit like, I know this might sound selfish, but I kind of just want you here for me until, like, I can get me together. Sir, excuse me, what? What? What in the ghetto? Like, sir, that sounds like basically, help me fix me until I'm able to fix myself. I am not a doctor. Okay? I'm like, I don't know what you thought this was. I don't know who you thought I was, but this was not that. Like, a whole lot of this was not that. Okay? So, that's where he had me fucked up, because I was like, okay, so you're telling me ways in which you want me in your life and ways in which how you want me to be here and all this and all this, but I'm like, where do I benefit in this? Because I'm like, already I have not benefited. When I'm trying to make plans with you, you don't want to stick to the plans. When I want to see you, you don't want to answer until, like, you trying to smash, and I think that's so selfish. Like, excuse you, I don't have needs too. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's entirely too ghetto. Like, I don't want it. Now, I was talking to my therapist about it too, where I'm like, this is just unfair. Like, I do not like this. And she was like, yeah, you know, maybe you should talk to him about it. Because I'm like, how are you approaching me with the invitation of a relationship and then don't stick to it? You approached me with this. I told you, like, hey, look, if that's what you want, I'm on it too. No, like, let's do this and let's try to be together and yeah, alright, whatever. I don't want to hear that. So I was like, yeah, alright, whatever. I ain't trying to hear none of that. So then, and I would, like, lift back and forth to his crib and everything like that. So I was just like, you know what? I'm bored of this. Because like I said, if I do not mind the situationships, like I really don't, as long as that's understood between both parties. Like, if you got bitches, I should be able to have niggas. That's all I'm saying, is let's play by the same rule book. That is all I'm saying, is let's be able to play by the same rule book. That's it. How much time? Ooh, I'm doing good on time, you. Like 15 minutes. Ooh, all that was ghetto. Sorry. But, yeah, I'm like, let's just be able to play by the same rule book. So, by, like I said, I would really probably only hear from this person, like, once every week. Or every other week. And, like I said, it got boring and predictable to a point where I was just like, you know what? I'm over this. I don't care what's going on. First of all, you got too much going on in your life that I'm just not here for it. Like I said, sex was amazing. Like, hello? But it was the extra stuff that came with it that I was like, I'm bored. And this is boring. I don't like it. And I ain't about to sit here and wait for when you trying to smash for me to get peen. Like, that's even more, again, abusive, in my opinion. But I digress. So then, after I decided I don't want to talk to this person no more, I'm over it. And I was working from being valet to the call center when I was dealing with this person. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm over it. I don't like it. It's getting predictable. So he began to, you know how dudes be, where they weren't doing all this attention, doing all this stuff to get your attention in the beginning, and then like they stop, and then they go back to doing it when they feel like they lost you. That was pretty much the ghetto ratchetivity that was happening, right? So I'm like, what is this about? Because he'd be like, hey queen, how you doing? Y'all know the bullshit. So, ooh, excuse me. He was like, hey queen, how you doing? Hope you have an amazing day. And I'm like, yep, thanks. Now mind you, I became over this man probably, ooh, camera gonna get ready to die soon. I don't want them problems. So, mind y'all, this man would only talk to me like once every week. So I'm like, sir, like, this ain't just hit me up when you want to hit me up. Like, you think I ain't trying to have fun too? Like, what's going on here? I don't understand. So then it was just like, he would message me, but he would message me from his number. I blocked him. He messaged me from, now, okay, rewind. My aunt had died. When my aunt had transitioned, I had reached out to him because we was like still cool. After one of our like disagreements, I was just like, okay, maybe I'm just not gonna think about being in a relationship with you for real. Cause you cool people, you just suck at like dating, like, and that happens. Like, some people you just happen to be cool with, and other people you're able to be in relationships with. I guess for some people it works like that, other people it don't. Whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I kick it with him. He actually was there for me. I was like, all right, that's cool. We watching TV, so I was like, whatever. But me being me, and like I said, sex was great. We had that moment. And mind you, this is probably like this is actually the last actual last time I see this person. Because this is when I was like, I was done. I was stupid done. I was like, sir, you're just, ugh. So, we do our 1-2, I leave, and that's like a Saturday. By Wednesday, I noticed that his Instagram is gone, and I'm just like it's deactivated. Like, I'm not blocked or nothing. It's just gone because I done had like 2 of my homegirls check it out for me. Like, the Instagram was gone. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, like what's wrong with him? What's going on? Like, what could possibly be going on through his head or anything like that? So I called to check up on him. This man is not picking up the phone. Like, I'm FaceTiming, and you know how for anybody that got iPhone, like, y'all know when y'all FaceTiming and it goes, but it's like you can tell when somebody immediately hangs it up. Like, when it rings and immediately hangs up, like somebody's actually hanging it up, right? So that's what was happening. I was just like, am I blocked? So I had, tried it again, and I'm like, I'm obviously not blocked, but why are you not answering my phone call? So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm over it. I'm just done. So at this time, like I said, I blocked him from his number. He'd have made another one. Block him again. Now this is when I found out a whole nother Instagram existed. Now before he deactivated the Instagram I had him on, he had made another Instagram by a completely different name. Well, similar to the name, but completely different name. He messages me off of the new Instagram that I knew nothing about. So now it's his number, another number, the Instagram. Now I done blocked him off Instagram. I done already blocked the other number. Now I know he has Snapchat. I don't really use Snapchat, so I have one, but I don't use it. So now he's adding me on Snapchat, and I'm like, okay. Then it's another number. Then he finds me on WhatsApp. Then it's another number. Then it's another number. Then this man had to have made about 9 numbers to contact me because I was just blocking them because I'm like, sir, I'm done. Like, I'm bored. You're predictable. This is getting old. We ain't even getting nowhere. And I done wasted 2 months of my life. Like, it's gotten to a point, like, I can't even call for the snacks. And that's downright disrespectful and rude. Like, this is not part of the contract that I signed. Like, so he was like, oh, why do you think I'm so predictable? Like, why do you think I'm reaching out to you? You think this is a game? Like, I just do this for my health, making all these different numbers, yada, yada, yada. I was like, boy, bye. I don't know who you talking to, but it is not me. Because, sir, you doing this to yourself. I didn't already let it be known. Like, leave me alone. Because I'm like, you didn't have a problem leaving me alone before. What's the issue now? Like, you ain't had no problem ignoring my phone calls, ignoring my text messages, not letting me see you. All this. And mind y'all, I'm paying. Well, no, we would go half. I ain't gonna lie like that. We went half. Like, if I would go see him, I'd pay for my way there, and he would cash at me money or pay for my Lyft to come back home. So, I'm not gonna lie like that. We did go half, but I was just like, sir, what? So then, mind y'all, like I said, I only let him follow me on Snap because I was bored at this time. Like, y'all know how y'all get bored and just be like, all right, I'm going to just leave the lines of communication open. So, like, if this person messages me or something like that, then I'll, like, entertain it for what it is. So, that was kind of the situation where I was like, all right, whatever. So, he's like I said, messaging me on some, hey, queen, how you doing? Then it started getting irritating when he was like, hey, can I see you? Like, are you trying to have dinner or whatever? Now, mind you, this man will always flake on me. And he was like, well, if you feel like I'm predictable, you know, let me change my ways. And I'm like, why was that your way or your approach in the beginning? Like, who told you to act like that, sir? Like, you're dumb. And then I remember telling him, like, bro, I just wanted you to love me. Like, that's really it. Like, and that's so messed up. Like, you thinking, of course, from a dating app, all that in 2 months, right? Because I instantly got bored. I was just like, this is so messed up. Like, me and dating, listen, that's why I said I'm for the streets. If anybody follow me on Instagram, I was like, you know what? I'm done with dating. I'm done with wanting to try to be booed up and whatnot. Because, like, it's tiring. This was, like, wasn't the straw that broke the camel's back for me. It was just, like, I'm over it. I might go back to the scene eventually. No, I'm lying. Because I done seen people in relationships and be going through it. People married. Hell, Beyonce even get cheated on. So, I mean, if Beyonce can't get no break, what? Let me stop playing. But, no, I was just like, that's whack. Like, so that's why I said I was for the streets or whatever. But that was my thing. Like, I didn't care nothing about the situation. It's like you played on my feelings and you ain't have to. And I think that's what made me mad. Like, sir, I told you what it was. I don't really care. So I was like, no, I don't really want it. Like, you want something I don't no more. I don't trust you. I don't care. Like, I don't believe nothing you saying. I don't take you seriously. Like, I was really on this, man. Like, sir, leave me alone. But then he was like, yeah, I want to see you and things like that. So the last actual time he asked to see me, I was like, well, that depends. He like, on what? I'm like, well, if you pay for my way to get there, because I ain't paying to see you. Like, you want to see me. I don't really give a damn about seeing you. Like, it is what it is. Like, you want to see me, pay for me to get there and pay for me to get home. He was like, all right, well, I could do that. So he sends me $30. Now, give and take, depending on the time, that can get you from point A to point B and back. Like, it really can, depending on the time. But at this time, I think I was getting off from the call center at about like 9 o'clock. And by the time I got home, it would have been like 10:30. So I'm like, I'm not getting back on the bus to come back down this way to see you, because he lived not deep on the west side of my city, but it's like over the bridge downtown, like West 25th type shit. So it's like not really in, it's like as soon as you cross this bridge, you're officially on the west side. Like, it's this bridge that kind of separates the east side to the west side from downtown. So he lived over the bridge in considered West 25th. That's where he is now. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck? Like, who about to make that trip? Not me. So I was like, yeah, that's, you know, only if you pay for my way there and my way back. And he was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I can do that. Let me see what I got in my funds or whatever. So I was like, all right. Now, like I said, he sends me $30. Like I said, depending on the time, you can get away with $30. I know people like, damn, she's still eating on that. But I was just like, it was getting hot. Like, I like spicy food. And my fish is seasoned with, like, a lot of cayenne pepper. So my mouth was, like, really hot. So I had to stop. But yeah, it was like, sir, this math don't add up right. He was like, what you mean? I'm like, well, that's enough to get me here. What about get me back home? Because it was late. I got off probably at like 9, maybe 7. 9, maybe 7. First of all, what? No, I think I was out of nesting at this point. Yeah, I was well after nesting, so I wasn't even getting off at 9. I think I was getting off at like 5 o'clock. And I'm just like, I still don't want to see you though. Like, that's not what's on my agenda. That's not what I want to do still. Like, but I was like, okay, this ain't enough. Like, this only gets me to you. What about getting me home? Are you gonna give me the difference? He was like, well, you don't want to stay? Who? No, absolutely not. Because I had to go to work the very next day too. So I was just like, no, I don't want to stay here. Now, even though where he lived and where I worked, it actually was super freaking convenient. It actually would have made the most sense. But considering I wasn't on that type of time with him no more, I wasn't even in that space with him no more, for real, to be on no spend night, I'd be like, you know, get that break, get that head, get that leave type of situation. But it wasn't even that either. So I was just like, yeah, no. He was like, well, let me see if I can move some money around in my savings to see if I can get you back home. Not even 5 minutes later, he texts me on some, man, are you sure you don't want to stay? I was like, you know what? You can't, like, really get me home? He was like, no, I don't think I can do that. I was like, well, it sounds like you can't afford to see me. And kindly, I gave him his money back because I was like, I don't know your financial situation. It's a pandemic, so let me not take your money from you. But I was over it. And then he contacted me again, and I was just like, can you leave me alone? And he was like, well, if you ever change your mind, like, I'll still be here. And I'm like, sir, if you contact me again, I'll give your name to the police for harassment. Now, I mean, I made this story time really, really short because I've tried not to be, like, over 30 minutes in these videos. Otherwise, I'd have to be doing, like, part 1s and 2s and all that other type of stuff. I mean, unless the story calls for it. But if it's not that deep, then. So, I left a lot of stuff out. But, yeah, that was the time, like, I got played by this dude I met off a dating app. And then I kind of played him back by saying, like, I'm bored. I'm over it. He might contact me again. I don't know. If he does, I'm going to let y'all know about it. I might let y'all know about some of them text messages one day, too. But, yeah. If you like this story time, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if y'all have ever had any dating websites, dating app stories, issues. I have a couple more of these, too, believe it or not. So, yeah. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.